To my left, your right, Shanti Barnes. To my right, your left, Peyton McDaniel. I'm so happy for them and our whole group of players, man. You know, I know staff, I know all that stuff, but like, man, the players are the ones doing everything, and it's, I mean, the togetherness today was so evident, and I'm so happy that we're sitting here, and for what we had to go through the last 2 years. You know, it's really, Shanti knows just those 2 years, right? Shanti doesn't know what it's like to win, right? And I know P was a part of the first one, but man, for us to be in that locker room, you know, with 2 overtime losses, I'm so happy for them to get to celebrate like this, because that's what it's all about. And all those all that time you put in, man, these two carried us home, and they got great numbers, right? But they carried us home, and I looked at them about 5 minutes to go in the game. I looked at everybody. I was like, "Do you need a sub? Yes or no? I want to hear yes." It's like the airplane sitting in an exit row. Can you help? Yes. Okay. But no, man, I'm just so happy for them. You know, it's their effort was unbelievable on the defensive end, and that obviously gave us the result we got.
All right, thank you, Coach Irving. We'll open for questions. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, Paul Chestnut, Fox Sports, Pensacola Radio. For all the diehard Pensacola fans who have followed this tournament for the last 3 years, there's 2 players that deserve it to win a championship more. Is both of you.
Absolutely.
I remember you coming up here crying in tears. What does this mean? What does this mean you won it the way that you won it, and you're the MVP, Peyton? Just talk about it for the 2 players.
Yeah, it means everything to me. Like Coach O said, like the last 2 years, we don't get the result we want in overtime, back to back. But knowing what this group went through throughout the year, like it wasn't easy. Like we faced adversity like several times, but we were able to, you know, Coach O always talks about like adapting and overcome. Like we were able to overcome those challenges, and you can see it made us stronger throughout the season. And like Coach O said, like our togetherness on the court, this is the most together like we've ever been. Not just this team, on any team that I've been at JMU. Like we're so connected, and I think like we love each other. You can see we love each other. Knowing that we love each other, we can get on each other when we know, like, hey, Shanti, I need you to pick it up, and she's going to respond. So I think that was evident today, and it means the world to me to do it with this group.
I would say the same thing. Our hard work paid off, and I'm proud of each and every one of them. We picked each other up, and as you can see, like we wanted it more than Troy, and we took the win.
Congratulations, coach and players. Jay Butler, City Sports. Just quick question. In the beginning of the first quarter, you had a 13-0 lead. How important was it to keep that momentum and start with that momentum?
Yeah, I thought, I mean, we came out with an iron fist, right? We came out with a great energy, and took it right to them. What I'm almost more proud of, right? We got off to a great start. We've done that before, right? Last year we got off to a great start. We were able to like respond to their run, and mid-second quarter, right? That's what it looked like, was they were battling back on us, but we responded, man, and that's what true winners do in my mind, is you stick together, you trust each other, right, and you can lean on your defense. Like I really, I mean, our defense was unbelievable today, and a lot of it's them. Zakiya Stevenson was awesome, Bree Robinson was awesome. Like those 2 were awesome, and that's what it was. But I think I'm a little bit more proud of how we responded to it than just coming out to a good, getting off to a good start.
Go ahead, Shane.
Shane Bell, Daily News Record. During that period, I think middle of the game, when it's kind of back and forth, they get within a bucket a couple times. They were out rebounding you pretty significantly at that point. You end up winning the boards.
Sure did.
These two have a double-double. Like, was there a point where you weren't going crazy when you were getting out rebounded, which sometimes.
Me? Come on, man.
Was there a point where like they realized this is what we got to do, or what was kind of the discussion about the boards in particular?
I mean, I'd love to hear their opinion, but no. What I thought when she called the first time out, right, as 7 minutes ago, first quarter, right, they hadn't scored, but they had gotten 4 offensive rebounds already, and so it was like, all right, great, we got this lead. Like, we're still letting them like, what is the deal? And they knew already. They were like, yeah, rebounding. So like they knew what it was. I think it's just it's such a tough style to go against for 40 minutes, not just 10, right? But that's what it was. In every timeout, we talked about transition defense and rebounding, and towards the end, we talked more about press break and patience. But that's what it was, man. We knew the name of the game, and like the effort's unbelievable that you out rebound that team. But again, that's kind of what we've shown throughout the year.
In the back.
Jarvis Hammer, WHSB. This one's for Peyton and Ashanti, but Coach, if you want to chime in after them. Just, Peyton, you talked about kind of the togetherness of this group. What changed following that road loss at Georgia State, where it seemed like that was kind of like the low point of the year, and since then, you guys have just been a completely different team?
Yeah, I think just knowing like it was an emphasis that we needed to get closer and like come together, and that was a spot where we were kind of lacking in accountability and taking responsibility for things, and I think it just opened up our eyes in that sense, and we really started to come together, and we knew like we had practices that were like super intentional about certain things. Like we had a practice where Coach O just told us like 4 plays in a row to one person, and they had to go mimic it or go message it to like the other people. So like being able to communicate, being able to like Coach O draw something up on a board, and knowing like, okay, we know what to do. And I think that's intentional with our huddles now, because after every huddle, you see us huddling when someone else calls a timeout, like we're all going to huddle together. And I think everybody being willing to do that and knowing it's going to make like a big difference is, I think, the biggest difference out of me.
She didn't say everything.
Sorry.
Jarvis, thanks for making the trip too, man. No, it's exactly how you'd want to answer that question. But that's the thing, right? With any coach and group of players, or coaching staff and group of players, because our coaching staff is unbelievable, and we would not be sitting right here without our coaching staff. And like that needs to be said for real, because they continue to sharpen us in ways I can't. Right, there's so much time in the day, but Nicole Razor, Alex Tomlinson, Kayla Cooper-Williams, Naz Sakharova, I think I said that right, and Alex Danis. Like, I mean, it's an unbelievable effort in all facets of it, and so they're all got different personalities. Alex Tomlinson had the scout today. We're up 19 with like 1:40 to go, and she is like, "Get a stop!" I just love that, right? And that's what it is. So you have a coaching staff and a message. It doesn't necessarily mean the players are going to do what you're asking them to do, and that's what these two and Z and Bree were able to do. We're get our team to understand what is so important and how we're going to continue to but win games, right? And I don't know how many it is in a row now, but it's a lot of scores in the 50s. I don't know, it might be up to 10 in a row. I don't know, it might be 9 or 8. I can't remember. How many, John? 9 in a row in the 50s, and that's buy-in. Right, that's buy-in from them. We could say defend. Every coaching staff in the country probably says defend, right? But these guys have to buy into that.
Go ahead, Paul.
So, Coach, I'm going to ask you again, you're playing your best basketball. You're playing your best during the season here.
Not yet. The next one, we're going to be playing our best.
You feel like you got another level then?
I do. I think the more you find success in the style you're playing, I think the more confidence. I think people would be more confident. And I'll put her out there. I think Grace McDonough was nervous today, right? She's a freshman starting in a championship game. I think she was nervous. But the best part about Grace is she's not going to hide that she's nervous. Like, she'll tell you, yeah, I'm a little nervous, right? And so, like, I think her confidence will grow. Delilah Soltis, big freshman minutes. I think her confidence will grow, right? So I think it can take us to another level, and that's the idea here. This team is it's a good basketball team, and we're playing better and better each time we go out here. So that'll be. I'm not going to give them that goal today. I'll let them celebrate today, but come Thursday, Friday, they're going to hear that from me.
Got a question on Zoom here for Peyton. When you come off the court there in the fourth quarter, we saw the embrace with Coach. Just talk a little bit about that. You don't have to say what was said, but just talk about that moment and that embrace and being able to, share that with him.
Yeah, it means a lot. Me and Coach O have been through a lot together. Obviously, I've been at JMU for 6 years, and I came back because this is my family. I would never leave my family, and just knowing what happened the past 2 years, everything that we've been through, everything with my injury, just being able to get this done with him, it just means the world to me.
This is for Sean and Ashanti. Zay Dyer, obviously, really, really good player. 3 for 27 against you in the last 2 games. Like, how did you do that?
this girl named Shanti Barnes. No, we spent a lot of time talking about the matchups, right? Because I'm gonna call her Fortuna, but like Fortuna plays so much on the perimeter. Should we put Shanti on her? Should we put Grace on Zay Dyer? Like, what should we do? We talked about that. That was our biggest question mark as a coaching staff. But when I dreamed up coming into our players and saying, hey, we're not going to put her on Zay Dyer, I didn't want to see the looks on those faces, right? And it was like, no, you go ahead. They probably had it sorted before exactly.
We did. We were like, yeah.
Like, we know that matchup. Okay. So, but that to me is what it is. It's being locked into it, right? And again, it's always a team effort with one person, right? We're never guarding alone. But yeah, she deserves a lot of credit for sitting on her move. Like we watched a ton of film on it, and we watched film from our December game in 2024 because that was the last time we played them. We watched film on that and showed her shutting her down then, and I think that can help with confidence. But I'll let her answer that part.
Yeah, I'm confident because of you. But yeah, it goes back to last time when we played them. I did the same exact thing. Just sat on her right hand, knowing that's where she wanted to go. And my teammate over here, Peyton, was like, lock her down like you did last time. So that's just what I did.
Coach, you got any early thoughts on how you'll watch the selection show?
Honestly, Paul, I don't know where we're eating dinner tonight. I really don't know. Our AD just asked me. I said, no, I have no idea. So no. No, I got nothing here. My next thing is figuring out where we're eating dinner and where we're gathering, and hopefully spend some time with my wife and kids before we do that. So sorry, I wish I knew.
Go ahead, John.
One of the players not up there is Zakiya Stevenson. I want to ask all you guys what she's brought to the table, especially this tournament, and just her toughness.
I mean, Z is incredible. I tell her, I've told her the past week, but I tell her all the time, like, you're the best point guard in the league. Be confident in that. And I think she sacrifices a lot for us. And you can see Z can do, like, so many different things. But her ability to find me, Shanti, Grace, B-Mac, like, her passes, like, she makes passes all the time in the games and practices where, like, nobody else could have seen that. So, I mean, I think her role in that is, like, incredible, something that I've never seen before. And I mean, I love playing with her, but she sacrifices so much for us, so I'm so happy that we got this for her too.
Yeah, I'm going to say I love Z. She got in her head today just a little bit because her shots wasn't falling, and I told her just let your defense feel you because that's what you do. You lock in their point guard up and just keep doing you.
Man, I told her she's one of the biggest reasons we won the game today. Defensive end, she was a nuisance, tipping balls out. They come up to Peyton maybe, but like she doesn't get credit for that. But set the pace like a good point guard would do, right? Her total, she didn't have assists today, but her total, she's 12 assists, 3 turnovers for the tournament, right? And that's elite. That's elite. I thought she dominated in her role, at least the last 2 games. I can't quite remember South Al right now. But man, and I'll throw this one. She had some personal stuff going on too, and her ability to focus, her ability to continue to play. I mean, I couldn't be more pleased with her. And I know, I'd love it for her to go 7 for 8 too. She would too. But like, man, she can dominate a game. She can dominate a game in so many ways. And so, she deserves a lot of credit. Thanks, Joe.
Go ahead, Shane.
4 years ago, basically nobody in the program knew anything about going to the NCAA tournament. You're going back, Peyton's played in that. I think Zakiya, McLeod have played in the NCAA tournament game. You coached in it. You might not be on somebody else's home floor. Like, is there going to be more confidence going into this time than last time?
I really hope we get a neutral game. Let's say that. Our net is
46 today.
46. Our net's 46. I really hope we can get a 12 line or an 11 line. Excuse me. But yeah, I think we're confident. And look, we approach this whole tournament like we don't care, right? We don't care if Marshall beats South Al or South Al beats Marshall, right? We don't care if Ark State beats Troy or Troy beats Ark State. Like that for us was my whole approach. And I told you, made Madison crazy, my daughter crazy. But like it doesn't matter. And I think that is got to be the approach to this. Is like, we can't be let down if they give us a seed and we're playing a road game. No, man, we're trying to win a game, and I think it would be great, right? But I think that's got to be the approach. Is like, we don't care, man. We're coming with it, and we're going to play the way we've played. That has kept us in a really good space.
Coach, I got one more question. We're the ones the Sun Belt Conference Championship. The city of Pensacola gets behind, so you're going to have a lot of fans from Pensacola pulling for
That's
you
awesome.
guys. This is the year one of the second 5-year contract, 6th year now in Pensacola. Just talk a little bit about why you think the Sun Belt came back here.
I think it's great, and I've never known another place, right? I know it was in New Orleans, but I've never known another place. And my wife, kids love this place. My parents love this place. My wife's parents that are all here love this place. My dad runs in the McGuire's, whatever that is, 5K, right? So like, I feel like we're in the community a little bit too, and I think this one, especially the first year, it was like, wait, we get to have a conference tournament here, right? One of my good friends is in the MAC. He's got to go to Cleveland, right? Like, no, I'm staring at the sunrise this morning, right, on the beach, right? Like, so I think this place is unbelievable, and I love that the community does show up. You can tell there's fans in the stands that aren't with Troy or with us, and I think Keith has done a great job. Kathy's done a great job keeping it here and negotiating it here, and I think it's a wonderful place to do it, and it does accommodate. It does accommodate us, so it's an awesome place.
All right. Final question.
Just a question for all three. Since you're making a tournament, what does it say about JMU basketball and the culture of the program?
You get to start one. You haven't started one yet.
Why do I gotta start?
Because you
Peyton
haven't started
start.
one. You want something?
Peyton start.
I mean, I think it's our standard. Every year, in the off season, you come off a season, it's like, how are we gonna win a championship? So I think it doesn't change. It's just what JMU is built on. We're gonna try and win championships every year.
Yeah, we're gonna try to win.
Look, it's what it is, right? And that's I thought about it a little bit this morning, right? 'Cause it's like, after all we've done and beating Virginia Tech and Wisconsin and BC and like, right, we're going to do all this and come this far and not finish it, right? That would be, to me, there's failure in there, which is okay. Failure's not a scary word, but like, yeah, these two kids, our team, like, deserves to play in the NCAA tournament. And it stinks that this might be the only way we can get there, right? And I'm glad we did. But that's what this is that is the standard for this place. And next year we're going to lose these two, but like, yeah, we're trying to win this tournament and go to the NCAA tournament. That's the whole goal every year, and that's the standard of this place, and it is the culture of this place.